Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley.
Get him off big, Freddy.
Get him on big.
Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. A special Tapsimber edition of P3 Radio. Because, Josh, we're going to cover a lot of tabs here. That's our goal for today.
Covering ground and covering tabs. Richard Lee is what we do.
I'm Richard Mulligan, joined by my co-host. He's the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend, brother Josh Brawley. Say hey, Josh.
Man, you trying to get that cult shit going on again, ain't you? No, we ain't doing that, brother Richard. Or are we?
Are we?
I don't know. Are we?
Join the P3 Radio Brotherhood.
You could be our brother, too.
Yeah, all you had to do is drink this Kool-Aid and let us fuck your wife.
And send in a self-addressed stamped envelope and a money order.
Because we do a lot of things, but we ain't paying for postage.
No. Money order for $34.99. We're good.
I love that. Castrate yourself. Submit your wife to us. And send us a self-addressed stamped envelope.
We're going to send you some coupons back.
You're going to need it when that infection from that castration starts.
Yeah, definitely.
No, we're going to tackle some tabs today, Josh.
Tab-tacklers.
We're going to tab-tacular it. But Christmas is coming up, man.
It's
a week closer now.
It's a week. It's a week away.
What, like... Where are we
Christmas is a week from today.
Where are we at? It's December 6th.
Is it?
December 6th, yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got...
Christmas is in 3 weeks.
Next week we'll be talking about Christmas. The week after that we'll be talking about Christmas. And then Christmas will happen.
The next one we'll be talking about it a little bit more, too. 2
more weeks, and then we'll be like, hey...
It's almost here.
New Year's, right? Am I right? But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about Christmas. Got a little one here still. It's so much better not having to hide the presents. So much better. Yeah. So much better.
Definitely.
Don't whisper. Don't whisper. And things are going great with Gene's show, with us and Gene.
Yeah.
You know, the USWA Retro Wrestling Podcast.
Retro Wrestling Review.
Yes. Podcast. You can find that on YouTube where we do a video thing.
Video cast.
Yes,
video
cast, video thing. Whatever.
And we show up on I show up there more than Richard does. But,
is it weird that we're already in December of 2024?
What do you mean?
It just feels weird that we're already in December.
Crept up on us,
yes.
didn't it?
Like we're in the last month of the year. It's about to be 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember it feels like just yesterday we were, like, 2024 felt like pretty good ways away.
Yeah.
Because I remember MJF in, like, June of, like, 2023 talking about the bidding war of 2024, and you'd be like, oh, that's so far away. It's like, no, it's almost over. The whole year. And it started with Cat Williams calling out a bunch of people.
I was going to say, and then the little fucker got an AEW tattoo, so you're very certain, like, his decision.
Yeah. I don't think he'll stay there long. I think
to get a cover-up.
Yeah.
Boy,
they fell off the face of the earth, to be honest with you.
Who?
AEW. Like, they went from being...
You think?
They went from being entertaining to I wonder what they're going to do next, and I want to watch it every week, to I really haven't watched it much, you know.
It's been years.
And John Moxley. It's just, Jim Cornette ruined him for me. Like, his plainness, you know what I mean? Like, WWE did him a favor when they had him, like, hidden with two other guys, you know?
Well, it's not only that. They were just telling him how to be and stuff. Now, obviously, right before he left WWE, that was a fucking joke with that mask and all that shit.
Don't get me wrong. When he left, he made the right choice. He probably needs to look about coming back, though.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
It's getting pretty ridiculous.
It's done been bad.
Well, I mean, and here's the other thing. Nobody was checking him and, like, telling him, like, you don't have to bleed every time.
Yeah.
You know, this is a house show.
You know.
Might not want to gig yourself.
Well, he's one of them, you know. There were people like that in the 80s and the 90s. That's what they were going to do. And they always bled wherever. They always had an open wound.
Yeah.
You know, he's thinking he's that guy of the modern day or whatever. But
right.
I think it's just not working. None of that shit down there is working.
No. When Cody left, they honestly lost I felt like they lost their credibility when Cody Rhodes left. You know what I mean? Because Cody was the guy that you could walk up to some non-fan and go, or somebody that's checked out and go, hey, there's this new company that started that Dusty Rhodes' son's working on.
Yeah.
And they had something then. Now, there was some crazy shit involved, too. But it seemed like there was a couple of storylines that you could sink your teeth into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it all got ruined.
Oh, God, yeah.
With the whole, I got to make these groups of people. It's like it WCW'd itself.
Yeah.
It's where, these certain group of people attach themselves to the owner. And until that position changes. And you've seen with WCW how, all right, well, the owner changes it wasn't the owner. Bischoff. Whenever he kind of got out of there, it was like whoever attached themselves to Russo and all that. That's the one. That's why it got so weird.
And here's the thing.
So quick.
Here's the other thing. Most of the times, especially in WWE, there isn't like one of those overnight sensations. You know what I mean? People want to follow you up. They want to see you rise from the lower card ranks up. There's not and that's the thing WCW messed up with is like when they would do that, they would have overnight sensations or people they were trying to force down your throat, but like 9 new wrestlers that look alike.
No, it wasn't. You're not going to watch these guys rise up.
Right.
It's here are these guys that I'm already taken. I've already took to the top.
Right.
Even though they just came from the power plant.
Right.
And you're going to like them.
And it was kind of like with that with AEW. It's like they're trying to push guys that are really need to be mid-card guys right now. You know what I mean?
No, they have a promotion full of mid and low tier guys.
Yes. They have, and I will say this, MJF is the diamond in the rough. He knows what he's doing in FTR. But, I mean, outside of that, it's like it gets a little foggy.
I mean,
Cesaro's good, but he's stuck in that.
He's a fucking mute.
Yeah,
like he can't,
they've done nothing with him.
He's never really been a talker. Yep. So he's a good wrestler, but when you have a company of people that know moves.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's no story.
There's nobody entertaining me.
Yep.
And then the most entertaining shit that's happened in the last 3-4 years in that company has been real fucking life drama that happened at the company.
That they refused to do anything with. That was the crazy part.
They did something with it, and it was a joke. It was a they got laughed at so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
Because they aired the CM Punk stuff. They aired the backstage stuff.
Yeah.
And it was aired, and it made them look stupid.
Oh, yeah. Because everything that was in the video was what he already said happened. So.
Yeah. So either way, anyway, I checked out right as we stopped doing the review show with BT.
Yeah.
That's when I stopped watching.
Yeah. It's not good. I'm sorry. And the people that are saying it's good, it's the ones that just, are being argumentative to be argumentative, or they're like the Dave Meltzers that don't want to admit that it's
got some kind of stake in it or something.
Right. So it is what it is. But Josh, we're going to do some tabs today, right? We've got all these tabs. We got to clear them out. We got to get ready for Christmas, Josh. So we're going to do tabs all the way through here.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to do some tabs.
Prove it.
All right, we're going to start right now. This is one I think you brought to the show. It says mourners.
How would you remember? They're so old.
They are very old.
Mourners. That's a new website.
Mourners. Mourners can now speak to an AI version of the dead, but will that help with grief?
I think it'll just extend some shit that
Yeah.
you need to close. I need to close that book.
Yeah. Berlin AP. Several companies have emerged in the last few years to develop grief-related technology where users can interact with an AI version of the deceased.
You know, instead of banging around with their brother, maybe we'll just use the software.
Hey, ask him if he knows anything about her bank details. I don't have all the information. Where's she have an account at? Among them is...
Ask them where they put that remote. I ain't found that sumbitch since they died.
Did you check in the refrigerator?
Shit.
There it was, right next to the frozen peas. Among them is Eternos, which uses an in-house model as well as external large language models developed by major tech companies like Meta and OpenAI.
Oh, great. So a woke version of my dad when he passes. Oh, that'll be great.
What
now,
you
Josh,
need to do is get out there and vote for Harris.
That's what you need to do now. You need to get
and turn all your guns over to the authorities.
I just want you to know I was wrong about the NRA all these years. I just want you to know that.
Josh, I want you to remember, he will not divide us. And taxation is fraud. No, he probably would still say that about the taxes. But Eternos records users speaking 300 phrases and then compresses that information through a two-way computing process capturing a person's voice that loved ones can then access. So wait, do you have to do this before you die?
Dad, speak into this phone for a second. Who am I talking to?
300 phrases. You'd have him there all day recording it. Oh, man. While some have embraced this type of technology as a way to cope with grief, others feel uneasy about companies using AI to try to maintain interactions with those who have passed away. Still, others worry that it could make the mourning process more difficult because there isn't any closure. When Michael Bomber found out that he was terminally ill with colon cancer,
oh, yuck,
he spent a lot of time with his wife, Annette, talking about what would happen after his death.
Lord have mercy.
She told him one of the things she'd miss the most is being able to ask him questions whenever she wants, because he is so well read and always shares his wisdom. Bomber recalled during a recent interview with the Associated Press at his home in a leafy Berlin suburb. The conversation sparked an idea for Bomber: recreate his voice using artificial intelligence to survive him after he passed away. The 61-year-old startup entrepreneur teamed with his friend in the U.S., Robert Lacosco.
I would have never thought that was in the U.S.
And an AI-powered legacy platform, Eternos. Within 2 months, they built a comprehensive, interactive AI version of Bomber. The company's first such client. Eternos, which got its name from the Italian Latin word eternal.
The Italian Latin.
Says, I'm going to let you read the next one, motherfucker. Says it's technology. I didn't know this one would be so wordy.
The Italian Latin.
The Italian and Latin word for eternal. Says its technology will allow Bomber's family to engage with his life experiences and insights. It is. Can you imagine it going,
just don't
well, when I was 12, I had a doggy, and I rubbed peanut butter on my balls, and he licked it. Let me tell you all about it.
I know this is unsettling, but it's said to tell the truth.
All right.
So it would really be me, you know.
I wasn't a good person. I wasn't a good person. Go down to the basement and dig under the third step from the left. You will find 3 dead baby bodies in there.
I just want to let everybody know whenever it was a rainstorm, I would, in fact, go towards the people waiting on the bus in the puddle. I'd splash every goddamn one of them, and I'd just laugh, and I'd pray for rain.
Also, there's 3 women being held captive in the attic.
There's a damn storage shed out by the damn workshop.
Right.
Got 2 people chained up in there.
Oh,
I hope it don't take too long to get this AI shit off the ground, or they're gonna suffocate.
They gonna get hungry by the time you get out there. You gotta really know the right phrases to ask it to get to this point, to be honest with you. God, I couldn't imagine that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think the worst thing I'm worried about is like the embarrassing VHSs and DVDs.
well, we had that thing that I sent y'all not too long ago. It's like with these, you had Gene. I sent you a text that said, with all these boomers passing away, just remember, don't look at any unlabeled VHSs. Then we talked about you recording porn and us looking at it like it was like a scared deer.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking at all VHSs though.
Have you been going through your old VHSs?
I mean, I don't have to.
I need to find a VHS player, and I need to pull all the tapes out of the shed and stuff just to see if they still work. Because they're all in containers and stuff.
I mean, still.
I want to see if they work, though, because it'd be interesting to see what I have. Because I'm sure a lot of it's wrestling stuff, but some of it could just be us digging around, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it, though. A lot of those tapes, you said, like, when we recorded the backyard wrestling stuff, ended up with an ex-wife of one of our friends.
Those were VHS-Cs, though, but I'm talking like sometimes we would record stuff on VHS and just have it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Like, it was when we got a little older, and there was a VHS that we could borrow. But, yeah, there was some stuff. Like, I remember there was the IWO Wrestling Academy, that video we made. It was some stuff there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. We'll have to look it up sometime. Let's look at another tab, Josh. What do we have here? This is your turn. Your turn to read.
Is Bomber, what are we doing with Bomber? Is he done?
He's done. He's dying. Terminal.
I just didn't know.
That story got wordy, Josh, and I exited out the tab.
Oh, okay. I just like, well, damn, did he die, or did he, like, is
he's not going to live
living
long.
through this AI shit?
If you call him, you can talk to him, but you don't know if he's alive or not.
Hey, this is Rich Bomber.
If you're calling me after February 14th, I'm dead.
But I have 300 things that I recorded that could possibly help you out.
If you can't open the pickles, smack them 3 times on the counter.
Curious about Don Mattingly's lifetime batting average? Gotcha. Wondering where I left that remote control? I got the answer. If you're wondering what I'm thinking right now, probably, God, it's hot.
I was not a good person. I've been trying to live as a robot in this AI world. Apparently, that's not where your soul goes. Well, Josh, what is this? You brought this to the show.
Speaking of a storage shed, I'm still like...
I'm pretty sure I brought this to this show, but there's a video. You want to see it?
Sure.
All right, let's see what this video
You're like,
says.
Josh, read this. Well, let me play.
Well,
looks like a damn scammer deal.
Approximately 4 p.m. yesterday, Constant Glance passed away at a local hospital.
No. So the title of this is Woman Found Still Alive at Funeral Home Dies Hours Later. Oh, no, I brought this to the show.
Her pulse was so low. They're just like, damn, the bitch is gone.
Here we go.
I want to give our condolences to Constant's friends and family. The Lancaster County Attorney, Pat Condon, has ordered an autopsy.
The autopsy dude started to cut on her. She's like, ow. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Attorney, Pat Condon, has ordered an autopsy That will be performed today at
A
10 a.m.
re-autopsy.
The original person performing the autopsy had to quit due to shit in his pants.
He is off on medical leave. Yeah. He's having a personal mental health day.
Right.
So we had to get the guy from Buckwheat County to fill in today.
Oh,
Can you imagine though? Like, okay, you try. Okay, oh fuck, round 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be uneasy the whole time because I've never had anybody wake up on me before.
Could you imagine how bad you'd feel though? Like if it was your aunt or uncle or
I wouldn't be
somebody.
doing the autopsy.
No. They were in the funeral home. They weren't doing an autopsy when this happened. That was just something we created. The woman was found still alive at a funeral home. You only do an autopsy if there's concern about what happened.
You don't make it out in front of those people before the embalming process.
Right.
So
here's what happened.
It must have been in the back. They're fixing to embalm her. And she's like, ow.
Let's just read the story first. The Lancaster, you were supposed to read this, motherfucker.
I don't think you can read it.
The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office said a woman who'd been pronounced dead later came back to life in a Lincoln funeral home.
We call her Mrs. Jesus.
She's the Lazarus. She's Constance Lazarus.
Constance and Lazarus? That sounds like a hell of a tag team.
The Lancaster. So I love how they say a woman who'd been pronounced dead came back to life. Like, no, we didn't fuck up. She was dead.
Yeah.
But she came back to life.
Man, she just kicked back in. I don't understand it.
In a Lincoln County funeral home has died. Constance, 74, was pronounced dead for a second time at 4 p.m. Monday, according to Chief Deputy Ben Hoochin. Lancaster County Attorney Pat Condon ordered an autopsy that will be performed at 10 a.m. Tuesday. The sheriff's office will give an update once the final autopsy report is completed. The investigation is ongoing.
Yeah, just to confirm, Constance Gallantz is officially dead for a second time.
What's funny is they didn't say it, but like they were getting her prep for the funeral, and she went, "Bah!" and the orderly beat her to death with a fire extinguisher, thinking she was a zombie.
I thought she was fucking a demon, possessed.
Earlier, around 9:45 a.m. Monday, Constance had been pronounced dead by staff at the Mulberry Nursing Home.
That sounds so creepy. The Mulberry Nursing Home in Waverly.
She had been in hospice. The nursing staff were expecting her to die, according to Hoochin.
They were just trying to clean up early. Like, damn, come on.
We got this room.
I have to wash these sheets.
We got this room. We can rent it out to a woman, but she's going to choose Shady Pines over us if we don't have it open and clear.
We got to have a bed open.
Just go
The bitch is going to die anyways. Just unplug the shit.
Give her a little bit too much morphine and then hold her nose. It'll be all right. You just helping her to Jesus. The funeral home staff took her body to their facility. Lincoln Fire and Rescue responded to the funeral home at 11:43 a.m. on Monday after a caller said CPR was in progress for the woman. While preparing her body for funeral arrangements, a funeral home staff member noticed she was still breathing and called 911. Emergency officials took Constance to the hospital where she died 4 hours later. So they basically were like, hey, she's still breathing. Come get her. And they got her to the hospital. I was like, hey, we're bringing her back. That's fucked up.
Wow. That is so horrible, dude.
Emergency officials took Constance to the hospital where she died hours later. Hoochin said officials at the Burris Marcier and Loving Funeral Home had been cooperating with law enforcement on the investigation. I also want to state in our investigation that the funeral home did nothing wrong. They are the ones that found out that she was still alive.
They have nothing to hide.
No. So now, knowing that, let's listen to the rest of this press conference.
So that everybody knows the results of the autopsy can take up to 12 weeks for the final results to come through. The sheriff's office will give an update when the final autopsy report is completed.
Does he sound like he's somewhat drunk and trying to keep it together?
Yes. It sounds like...
Autopsy
somebody
report.
is struggling to tell everyone the truth.
The investigation is ongoing. Do you have any questions for me?
What is the investigative procedures now? Where do you go from here?
There's people that we need to contact that was involved into it through the mortuary, the funeral, or in the
Basically, the motherfucker said she was dead. And she wasn't.
Right.
We need to talk to all them motherfuckers.
We're going to have to start confirming people are dead before we start taking them now. You know somebody got like a long, like, now there's a rule. Hold the mirror under their nose for 3 minutes.
Let me make it real simple for you motherfuckers. If this machine over here ain't going beep, don't take them out of the motherfucking room. Is that clear?
What is this one, Josh?
Columbus police searching for missing 15-year-old last seen near Oakland Park. And I think the tweet probably said something along the lines of, let's see. So little bruh grandma reported him missing, and he made a diss song.
All right, let's see what this is.
I just been chillin', living like this whole capping. Or not missing, let you know. This whole crazy, on God. This little whole trip, I'm talking about that I'm missing. I ain't missing, I'm just standing on business. You talking
I ain't missing, I'm just standing on business.
This little hoe tripping. The little hoe is his grandma,
Yeah.
by the way.
about you gon' get me? Nah, little hoe, you just tripping. Don't forget on your grandson, don't make me come through with those switches. I'm tired.
Them switches, the
Yeah.
automatic handguns.
He's going to shoot up his grandmother's house because she reported him missing.
That bitch, man.
Ho, why you done lied to the whole net? Talking about I'm missing, I ain't missing, I'm just living my best. I don't wanna come back home to granny, she know what up next. She keep on talking, I send shots straight through her chest. Fuck granny, I'ma keep on this. Fuck granny, I'ma keep on this. Fuck granny, I'ma keep on this.
I hope he alerted the authorities before he decided to make a diss track. We got to get in the studio right now. Why? Man, Big Mama tripping.
Man, she said I'm gone and shit. Report me and shit, man. Nah, it's bullshit. I'm staying on business. I love it.
Your phone fell again, and
It
it's right
did.
there by my foot. I kicked it back towards you.
But yeah, I felt like that would hit home with you, Richard.
What? That my grandmother's tripping? I had a diss track on my grandmother?
I feel like if any grandma would have ever got a diss track to him, it would have been your grandma.
Tell me again. Make us a drink. I don't want to make us a drink. Well, make me one then. Snuff, dust the snuff off your chin.
Would have left in the right in the back again. Bam.
I ain't knocking you down. You got a wide base.
I'll take that spit can out and put it in your face.
Act like you sleep. Act like you sleep. Because you want to avoid confrontation. Microaggression. That's the moves you making. What is
But
this?
I ain't tripping, bitch. I'm going to go play PlayStation.
So you call me and say, make me a drink.
Make me a drink, Granny. You tripping. Oh, man. I wish we had some computers back then. We could have made a diss track.
This is a video that says, when you had a night to remember and you are in recovery mode, alligator is like, I guess the party's over.
Yeah, I guess, dude, the dudes fishing had a great night, man. Party Central.
All right, let's see what this is. There's
These-
two
these-
fishing boats on a river.
Yeah, well, this one fishing boat with a camera is creeping up to this other one because they could see people laid out. I guess they're just going to screw with them in the morning time.
Yeah.
Dude just laid out.
They
from
are
being-
passed out with phone in hand.
Yeah, he was feeling good, man. Dude just laid out on the deck of the boat.
Yeah.
Dude waking up, alligator's like, well, time to go.
There's an alligator in the boat with him. No, it's not a huge one, but it's a big one. Like,
he could hurt you.
Oh, yeah. Take a toe off.
And dude's mad because they were getting filmed. Like you
had
a whole alligator up in your boat with you, and you drunk passed out. And he's like, well, time to go, shit.
Yeah, they're up now. That's crazy. Well, Josh, something else that's up right now other than me.
Oh, man.
Is all the wonderful deals over at tinyurl.com/P3radiotees. And Josh, if they head over to tinyurl.com/P3radiotees right now, what are they going to find?
Richard Lee, they're going to find all kind of t-shirts. I'm going to tell you something that better be up. It's the goddamn sale numbers over at P3 Radio Tees, man. We need to sell all kind of Christmas presents for these children and adults across the land, man. And it don't matter if you're from the U.S. or Kazakhstan or Japan or fucking, I don't give a shit. You can get a P3 Radio shirt for your loved one this Christmas season. What P3 Radio shirt? We got all kinds, man. That former cover art t-shirt with our faces on the front of it. Freddy's Front Yard Slaughterhouse, Ray J Soda Can. Dwayne's still gonna get that truck and so many more t-shirts. tinyurl.com/P3radiotees. That's T-E-E-S. You little peachy bitch. That's your t-shirt hookup.
tinyurl.com/P3radiotees, the home of P3 Radio merchandise.
Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you.
I can't.
Come on, it's lovely weather.
I can't get away from this shit.
Together with a Jew. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy and cozy are we.
This is a Sleigh Ride, funny Indian remix.
Of a feather bird of bee. Let's take the road before us and sing us a chorus or two, maybe three. Come on, it's
I can't get away from this.
Together with
I figured you'd find this interesting, seeing as how you're like all... Your algorithm is Indian hate.
So I've had this one particular Indian song part in my head for the last few days.
What was
You've probably heard it before, but have you ever seen that one, I'm a Very Good Bad Boy?
No.
You haven't?
No. I'm a very good bad boy?
I'm a very good bad boy. Just YouTube that.
All right. What does this pertain to?
It's like it's a song from like 12 years ago. It'll give you options from just that isolated part of that song, or it's already pulled up, or the whole song by the real guy.
Yeah.
So that one is just the part of the song. That 4-minute shit, that is Vinu Malish.
Right.
It's my life, whatever I want to do.
Okay.
So, but it's basically Indian recording studio.
Yeah, but it's not a song. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life.
So it looks like the 80s, but it's 2012.
Indian Bon Jovi. It's my life. Don't redeem the gift card. They look so into it, too.
I know. Look how many plays they got. 34 million.
Jeez.
He's just like wearing gym clothes though.
This looks like the late 90s, by the way.
This isn't the part. that's been in my head. I'll let you know.
It's gonna spark This has been stuck in your head?
Not this part. I was gonna let you just play the.
If you live like that, do you know what people think about you?
I feel like the dude might be actually.
You don't know the taste of this fellow?
I feel like this guy might be gay.
It's getting close, Richard Lee.
All right. There's a very pissed off Arkansasian that is listening to this right now. Just want to bring.
What
Here we
the
go.
hell do you think of yourself?
This right here.
I always search good in bad. I also search bad in good. I'm a very bad boy. I'm a very bad boy. I'm a very good boy. I'm a daydreamer. I'm a night walker. I'm a risk taker. I'm a self-made.
You were getting down over there.
Oh my God,
Just
dude.
that part. I'm a very good bad boy.
I'm a very good bad boy.
So you just
What
walk
the
around
hell do you
singing-
think of yourself?
So you just walk around singing.
I know.
that.
I was in the shower this morning. I always search bad in good. I always search good in bad. I'm a very good bad boy. Like over and over and over. Like that is my.
Your wife probably
She
wanted to
don't
kill you.
know she's beautiful. That's mine. Very
Oh.
good bad boy. This is.
You're reading this story. I'm done reading for
Great.
right now. You read.
He is a very good bad boy. Because this is something, I feel like most men could relate to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
That's the way they do it. That's the way men relate to things. They just go,
Stuff like this. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, ABC News. Now, this is from August, the end of August, so not that old, considering. All things considered, it ain't that old.
Some people were finding out they were just pregnant. They're in their second trimester now.
So, the headline is, Woman Settles with Chicago over $100,000 parking fine.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a hell of a parking fine,
It
Josh.
is. Look at that old ass car. It's
Yeah,
been
how long
there.
has it been there?
We'll see.
We'll find out.
So a Chicago woman has settled
Gaggle.
with the city of Chicago. The shitty city of Chicago. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
After she was left with a more than $100,000 in parking fines when her ex-boyfriend abandoned her car in an inaccessible airport parking lot for nearly 3 years.
It's like the motherfucker had security clearance and parked the car there.
He busted through a gate,
Right.
and they're like, I don't give a fuck who you are.
You ain't moving that
You're
car.
not going through this gate. I don't give a fuck what's behind it.
Well, can you tow it? If the towing company's got clearance.
So Jennifer Fitzgerald initially owed the city of Chicago a whopping $105,000 after a '99 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, a used car that was bought for $600 and registered in her name, and was parked at O'Hare Airport for 3 years starting in November 2009. It was
Jeez.
parked there by Fitzgerald's ex-boyfriend, Brandon Preview, according to a civil suit Fitzgerald filed.
Dude, can you imagine what horrors that a car that has been bought for $600 has seen? It's definitely seen some tragedies.
Yeah, it's a $600 Chicago car.
If it could testify in some murders, it would.
Oh, God.
But
It's
it
probably
can't.
seen countless.
Oh, yeah.
According to DNA Info Chicago, the city agreed to drop $100,000 in ticket fines against Fitzgerald, leaving her with a final bill of $4,470.
That's still bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, how do you need $4,000 because I was parked here?
Well,
You know what
she
I mean?
wasn't.
Yeah.
I guess his name may be Prevost.
Prevost.
Prevost has to pay the initial down payment of $1,600, and Fitzgerald will pay the additional $78 per month until the fine is paid off.
She got a parking fine on Railway?
The settlement brings to an end a lengthy battle for the single mother after she was left with the biggest parking fine in the city's history. In the suit filed against Prevost, United Airlines, and the city of Chicago, Fitzgerald contended that she should not be liable for the tickets. According to the court papers first obtained by the Chicago website, The Expired Meter, Fitzgerald, there's a
That
website.
sounds like a great website.
There's a
doesn't it?
website dedicated to
This
this
bitch has
shit.
been parked here for 3 days and she doesn't have a parking ticket. Oh, I'm sure that site sucks balls.
Fitzgerald was never the owner of the automobile, had no control over the automobile when the parking tickets were issued, and is not responsible for the parking tickets issued on the automobile. Drew said that it is the city's understanding that the car was parked in the United Airlines airport lot at O'Hare Airport. Prevost works for United Airlines. So he knew where he could take it.
Yes.
And just drop it off, and the fines would rack up, and nobody would know. The operator of the vehicle was a badged employee for United Airlines and therefore had authorization to park there while working. Drew said it is also our understanding that the employee moved the vehicle a number of times in this United lot, and that tickets being affixed to the vehicle were periodically removed. Therefore, a stack of tickets was not accruing on the vehicle. According to Chicago Department of Aviation, posted signs at O'Hare lots note that if a vehicle is in the lot for more than 30 days without the lot operators being notified, then the company will attempt to contact the owner. But if the owner cannot be contacted, the vehicle will be towed to another lot before eventually being towed by the city impound as an abandoned vehicle. So essentially what happened was the guy got pissed off at the girl.
Yeah.
Purchased the car.
Yeah, parked it
illegally for 3 years, let the tickets rack up over $100,000, and then it finally got towed. So, you know, on one hand you could say, well, the guy ended up having to pay $1,600, right?
Yeah.
But how bad did he want to get this bitch back?
Oh, yeah.
So it may actually be worth it. Because it fucked her life
She's
up.
going to be paying $78 for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, whatever totals over $3,000.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess it was just a small investment.
Have you ever had a position where if somebody said, hey, give me $1,000, I'm going to make it hard on this X, would you do it?
What do you, I mean, like,
it wasn't like $1,000 and I'm gonna kill her.
No. But like, if it was within my means or something,
yeah. Like, hey, you give me $1,000, and I will buy this car from her, park it in some place, not change the registration, and she'll get at least like she'll have to pay $78 a month.
I wouldn't be attached to that because eventually it's going to lead back to me.
Well, you're paying the $1,000.
Well, yeah, but you know, I wouldn't want to get him. You know,
have you ever done anything not like illegal, but have you ever done anything spiteful?
Oh yeah,
to an ex?
I'm sure. Like,
what's something that you've done spiteful for an ex?
Just, you know, like not be somewhere I'm supposed to be whenever the kids are getting dropped off, and she can't drop them off, so like she's just gotta wait. I felt like, back in the day, like, that was my only way really to get her back and stuff like that. So I didn't, I would do shit like that.
Passive aggressive stuff.
Well, it's just like I'm in a car, down the street watching her fucking just like unload the kids, go up to the door and just fucking ring the doorbell, ring it, get pissed, then get back in the car and then drive away. I mean, like, that didn't happen, but maybe once or twice, but still, I watched all that unfold before. But
yeah, I think the only thing I ever did was, like, always I would destroy something that they bought me.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Like piss on like the stuffed animal or burn it.
I thought you were talking about like something that really affected them personally.
Oh no, it wouldn't be anything. I wish I could have.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I've done all kind of shit like that.
Mostly it was just me being an emo kid.
Yeah,
'cause he lost it all. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
Yeah, I mean it's stuff like that, or parade the new girlfriend in front of them and shit like that, stuff like that. But I never did anything just like major,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think we all have those thoughts. Is like depending on how bad you get screwed over, like what you want to do to the person, like legally. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
just to screw up their day.
And then I ended up wrecking her car and not paying for
it. Really?
Yeah.
Did y'all do insurance fraud?
And oh no, it was a point in time to where I was back with her for this really short time period.
Yeah.
And essentially, I borrowed the car, drove it out of the driveway, and got sideswiped by this illegal guy. Like he wasn't even a citizen.
Yeah.
So
well, I figured that's what you meant by an illegal guy. I didn't think
no, he didn't have a license. He didn't have a license to drive. No, he was, and this was back in the mid.
I come from Guadalajara.
Yeah, he didn't know any English at all. It was a nightmare. But either way, he crashed into the side of me.
Come on, said he say, fucked up my shit.
So he crashes into the side of me.
Right.
And then he gets like ambulanced.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, oh God.
Was you sitting there with others strapping him down? You gonna get deported, motherfucker. You out of here.
No.
They ain't gonna send you back healthy.
I was like, oh my God, dude. This is wild.
Why don't we pay for your health care?
And I don't know why. I don't know why I did this, but they were like, do you want the car? Who do you want to tow the car? I was like, Bob Parker's. So Bob Parker's drove from down the street, because it's just down the street. They drove to get the car, and instead of towing it into the yard and just leaving it there, they tow it to their lot. So she has to pay to get it back.
Right.
So I wrecked the car in front of the house.
Why don't you just push it into the yard?
Because it was destroyed. It's like Richard. I should have been injured. It was that bad. I walked out of there like unbreakable, dude. It was fucking bad. I'm telling you.
It's all crashed in. The roof's smashed in.
Dude,
you're just sitting there having a drink off of your Coca-Cola. She's like, damn, that looks rough, don't it?
Look, this is me pulling out. This is my phone. I'm pulling out of the driveway. This son of a bitch crashed into the driver door. And he T-boned the entire, he V'd the goddamn car at that point.
Yeah.
Like it just bent all that one side of the car in.
Right.
And I just walk out. And then they're like, you want it towed? I'm like, yeah, Bob Parker. So they drive the tow truck, pick that pile of shit
and instead of moving it
into the yard
back 13 feet.
They drive it to their lot, and then they're like charging her, so she's gotta pay them to tow it back to their house.
What did she say to you?
She's like, "Why did you do that? Why did you get him to tow it?" I was like, "I don't know. I was just worked up. I don't know why I told him that.
I was just worked up.
Yeah.
I could have been killed. You're insensitive, not thinking about my health. You wanted me to die in that death trap, didn't you?"
Oh, dude. It was fucking
So,
bizarre.
so whatever happened to the car?
They had to pay Bob Parker's to tow it back, and it ended up in the driveway.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Like 13 feet for
Yeah, where it should have been. And
how much did they have to pay?
Oh, dude, after it was all said and done, I think it was over like fees and everything. I think it was like $500-$600.
Jesus. And you could have just pushed it back in the driveway.
There was no pushing it. It was done.
But they towed it, and you didn't go, "Hey, fellas, wait a minute."
No, I didn't. I thought, well, this car's done. There's no reason to put it in the yard.
Then they
Take
had
it to the
go
fucking scrapyard.
Pay $500 for a piece of shit. And have it put in their yard. And then what happened? Did they have to have it towed from there?
Well, what do you mean? Like after it gets back?
So it gets back to her house.
Yeah. And then they moved. They got to get it hauled off.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all that happened?
So, I guess they ended up getting scrap money for it.
It definitely wasn't $500.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, you definitely...
I got it.
You definitely... You an illegal immigrant that you paid to T-bone you. You weren't in that car, were you?
I was.
You just pushed it out in the road like, "All right, Javier, T-bone it."
Oh, man.
And you're like, "I'm just thankful to be alive." You weren't even in the damn son of a bitch. They would have had cameras. They would have shown you pushing it out in the car and doing the big arm waving motion to tell Javier.
Cucaracha that motherfucker. Boom. Yeah, I should have.
So did she get a new car, or did the illegal immigrant have to pay for it, or what happened to him?
Dude, he was in the hospital, and
it'd be some shit if he sued her.
Yeah, like I don't know, dude. I guess he ended up getting in trouble or something because I think he may have been drinking or something.
Was it daylight?
And it wasn't his fault.
Was it daylight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he T-boned a car in broad daylight.
Here's the thing. I pulled out in front of him. He wasn't completely...
Pulled out.
No.
Why did you do the quotation marks in the air when you said pulled out?
He was completely in the right.
pushed a car out in front of a drunk illegal Mexican man.
He was completely in the right. And I didn't look properly. And I just darted out in front of him. And... yeah, well, the cop gets there. I'm like, he didn't even have his lights on. And it took them that long. It was like dusk by the time they got there, but it was pretty
broad
light.
daylight when you
It
got
was pretty light when it happened.
What did you say to her when she asked you about, like, what happened? What did you tell her?
I told her what happened. You know,
and
like
she was mad?
Well, what are you going to do? Like,
yeah.
I was in a wreck. You going to be mad at me?
Did that ever come up again? In other fights?
I think she was like, it was something along the lines of, "Can I borrow your car to go here?" Or something like, no. She was like, "Well, you crashed my..."
I know this plan. You're going to wreck it out of spite.
Oh, shit.
Two cannot hire Javier for the same service.
I swear. I was like, no. No, you can't borrow my car.
You got to be better than me. I'm an ass. I won't let you borrow my car. Lesson learned.
That's the thing. Like, we weren't together at that point, though. But I had already crashed her car.
And then y'all broke up?
Yeah.
How long after you crashed your car did y'all break up?
Oh, man. It was probably, well, I guess at that point, maybe a month or two, something like that.
So you crash your car.
Yeah.
You set it out for 4 weekend date nights, and then y'all are like, look, this just ain't working.
Well,
you're breaking up in front of the broken down car that's at the job. And she's like leaned up against it.
I'm getting all my CDs out of it. I'm getting
she's telling you it ain't gonna work.
And she's like, "Ow, fuck!" And she like cut her hand on the crinkled trunk. Hey, so rusted, ain't it? Shit, can you take me to the hospital? I ain't got a car to drive there.
No, you gonna have to call somebody. We're broken up.
Yeah, that's
now.
what the ambulance service is
So
for.
you broke up with her, and
I did not break up with her.
Oh, she broke up with you.
It was, you know, it was like this ain't working out. I was like, you know what?
Y'all said it right next to the car. This ain't working out, is it?
And it's a good visual. Why it's not? I can't go nowhere no more.
Imagine our relationship, Josh, and you just backed it out to a busy street without looking both ways,
man.
And there's heartbreak.
Yeah, I ruined that Mexican and my ex-wife's life.
You broke her car. You broke that dude's life.
Yeah,
you broke.
He had to go back to wherever he was born.
Was y'all married? Did y'all end up getting married after that?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we weren't. We were still legally married.
Oh, so y'all just decided to call it quits after that.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is a sign.
Well, no, there's more happening after that, but that was just, it was funny, like, because I remember we split ways and everything, and it was kind of bad at that point. And then, like, a week later, she's like, "Can I borrow your car to go to this place?" Or what? She names the place, and I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, you crashed my car." I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know what to tell you."
I did not. Javier crashed your car. I was the responsible one that had it towed.
I was like, "We're not together."
Right.
When I wrecked your car, we were.
She's trying to, hey, you want to work things out? Hey, now that we're back together, can I borrow that car?
Oh, man.
Did you at least run the errand for her?
No.
So you were done, huh?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you don't know how everything played out with like the Hispanic guy.
Oh, I like I said, I just remember the cop said something about visiting him in the hospital.
Jesus Christ. The cop come to your house, hat in hand, is like, "Hey, Josh, if you want the gentleman that struck your vehicle 3 days ago, he's not doing well, and he don't have any family here. Do you want to come visit him in the hospital?"
No. No.
It wasn't in my car. He shut the door.
No, dude, it was hilarious because I kept giving the cop the runaround. He would keep coming back every day. He was like, "So is your mother-in-law home now?" Because technically, it was the car. It was some fucking like some weird shit going on. I crashed a car that was not mine in any way, shape, or form. The person that I'm married to, it technically wasn't hers in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
It was only hers as she was just using it.
Right.
Legally, it was in her mother's name.
Yes.
She was never home. So, like, you know, whenever the cop would come over, like, he came over probably, the day after the crash. And then, because they're like, "Do you have insurance?" I was like, "I don't have anything. It's not my car." And
why did I have to have insurance? He hit me.
So, like,
drunk and illegal.
So the guy comes back and he's like, "Yeah, I was in the hospital talking to him and blah blah blah, and all this stuff." And it's like, he all but said that he had been drinking. You know what I mean? Like, he said something that some other people,
right, inebriated.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, if your mother-in-law's not home, I'll just come back tomorrow or whatever. And then, or sometime. And then he didn't come back for a
Was
few
y'all
days.
trying to like play it off like she didn't know that like she kept asking, "Where's my car at?" I told you we're getting in detail. Mother Day's coming up. We're gonna have it looking pretty for you. And you're just like, I gotta tell this lie to get us through. The cops are knocking on the door and you're meeting them before they can make the dogs bark. Walking out there like, hey man, what's going on? Is your mother-in-law here? No, keep your voice down.
Yeah. No, but my grandma is, and she's asleep.
Keep your voice down for us. Is that him coming back with my car? I'm gonna need you to go, sir.
Get out of here, flatfoot.
I know my rights. You slam the door.
Well, either way, he came back like a week later or some shit. It may not have been that long. In my mind, it is. And when he came back, that long period of time, it's me again. I'm answering the door again. Nope, she's not here still. Like, she wasn't, truthfully.
Right.
She wasn't. She was like at a fucking,
He like detained you. I think you've killed this woman.
But, yeah, he just never came back after like the second time. And which he probably should have. But I just signed some paperwork.
Yeah.
That's all I did. Like, I didn't, sometimes they'll give you some kind of citation or something.
Yeah.
But nothing. I only signed a piece of paper, and it was just like, all right, well, it's the city and this illegal immigrants problem. And your ex-wife or whatever's problem, because she don't have a car.
I love how you were like, you came back to ask if I wanted to visit him in the hospital.
I'm in language barrier.
I'm gonna be honest with you, things aren't looking good with me and her daughter, so I'm not gonna be the one who answers the door next time, and you're not gonna be able to find me because I ain't gonna have a mailing address.
Yeah, a lot of that's true, Richard Lee. A lot of that is true.
Oh man, that's a great way to end this episode, Josh. Oh, well,
it was a great way to end the relationship, too.
Yeah. You crash a car, that'll end that relationship that's already on pins and needles already.
It won't take long.
Yeah, no. If your relationship's hanging by a thread, have an illegal alien hit their car. Render it almost impossible to use, and then, for no reason at all, tow it 6 blocks away for $500.
Yeah.
When you put it that way, you come off like the real asshole in that situation.
Man, I came off nasty as hell, didn't I?
Well, Josh, if they want to follow us on social media, give us a call. How do they do that?
I don't know. They won't follow us anymore. But if you
don't follow too closely, or you'll wreck your car.
And I damn sure ain't gonna pay for it. Oh, but if you're on the Twitter machine, the X, we are at P3 Radio, the #1 on Facebook. Put that search bar, Pop Poncho, Poncho. You'll see our photograph. And if you want to get with us the old school way, 731-300-6675. You peachy little bitch.
Well, that's going to do it for us. For Josh Brawley, this is Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.